Frozen crushed his opponents on Face It, dropping 53 and 46 frags on Ancient. I will analyze his playstyle and show you key details that you can apply right away in your own game. Thanks to them, you will rank up much faster, even in SoloQ. Let's start with something really important: positioning and punishing enemy mistakes. The Tease gets an entry on A and starts to rush. They smoke City and Donut. Frozen jumps into the left corner and waits for the smoke to fade. Myro made a mistake because he forgot that the Donut smoke was about to disappear. He had his back turned, so Frozen easily killed him. A second he picks right after, and Frozen takes him down too. The enemy picked a bad spot to fight from. He was standing on the rock. When he saw the city, he picked right and fell down. This made him an easy target, since while falling, his aim became inaccurate. Then Frozen clears right side, big box and main. Pay attention to how he picks. He hacks the back wall. That way, if a T from main wanted to see him, he would have to pick white. Frozen kills a third opponent near temple. This enemy also made a mistake. He stood still instead of strafing side to side, so he was an easy target to hit. Then Frozen checks boost and gets his 4th kill. It's worth noting that while Frozen was in Donut, he heard one T jump up there, so he expected someone in that position. Interestingly, another T jump up there right after. He was a bit smarter though. He held shift before strafing in the air and even shoot his AK before landing to mask the sound. Because of that, Frozen didn't hear him. Later in the video, I will show you a trick to make this jump easily every time. The T on boost also make the same mistake as the one near temple. He stood still instead of moving side to side, making himself an easy target. Frozen finally loses the duel against the T in main and dies. Moving on to the next example. Frozen and his team rush mid. The City from A throws a molly toward Donut. As you can see, it was a bad molly. Frozen could run rank along the wall without taking single point of damage. That let him surprise and kill the City. This shows how important it is to throw utility precisely. Now I will show you 2 ways to take away HP from your enemies at the start of the round. Frozen positions himself at the corner, aims at this spot and does a jump throw. The nade lands near the stairs on mid and deals 26 HP damage to one of the cities. You might wonder how much HP a city loses when jumping off the ledge. That depends on timing and the exact position. He can lose anywhere from 10 to 40 HP. I noticed that Frozen throws this nade quite often. This small damage might seem meaningless, but sometimes even a little HP difference can decide the round or just make your next duel easier. Since timing matters, you should throw this nade as fast as possible. That's why Frozen only use it when he spawned on the left side. The advantage of this nade is that if the cities take mid early, throwing mollies, nades and flashes, you deal 3 damage to them. Also, Ts usually throw their own flashes on mid, so cities run sideways to avoid getting blinded. Because of that, they don't even notice the incoming HE. If you want to make life even harder for the cities, ask your teammate to throw an insta-smoke to red room. Then the cities run through the smoke and boom, gets a nade straight to the face. One thing to note, this lineup for the insta-smoke wasn't perfect, since a city could stand on the smoke's edge, get a frag and fall back quickly. Still, Frozen hit a beautiful flick and killed him easily. Later in the video, I will show you 2 proper insta-smoke lineups for red room. On the city side, Frozen also knows a nice nade to punish Tis on mid. At the start of the round, he throws an insta-smoke to elbow, then pulls out a nade, aims at this spot, and left clicks while running. The enemy loses 50 HP. A few seconds later, Frozen rushes mid and lands a clean one-tap with his 5-7. Right after that, 2 Ts rush him from heaven and he gets killed. Now I will show you how to use utility to win more duels. Frozen stands in double doors, aims here and left clicks. The Molotov lands on side. As you can see, the city is forced to pick into the open and gets killed. The advantage of this molly is that the city can't pick from both sides of the pillar anymore, so it's much easier for you to take side control. After that, Frozen throws a weak smoke on short, pushes through it and dies. In another match, Frozen uses a slightly different lineup. Again he stands in double doors, aims at this spot and left clicks. This molly bends deeper behind the side, so if you throw a smoke on short, the city has way less room to play around the smoke's edge, get a frag and fall back. Let's move to mid. I will show you how to flash cities effectively. Counter terrorists, throw an insta smoke to elbow. Frozen aims here and left clicks. Then he takes out a second flash, throws it the same way, and pushes through the smoke, taking position in the corner. One CT tried to check elbow, but got double flashed and was forced to fall back. The great thing about this flash is that it's super easy to remember, and you can push mid right after throwing it. It's perfect when you can't rely on your own teammates. Notice Frozen's movement. He never stands still, he strays side to side, making himself a harder target to hit. As a result, he gets the entry frag. Thanks to moving sideways, opponent hits him only once. At this point his teammates are coming from B, so Frozen decides to pick white and gets his second frag. Let's look at the enemy's POV. He wanted to check elbow, but then heard Tis running from the left. He tried aiming toward heaven, and at that moment, Frozen picked and easily killed him. This round shows how important it is to react fast to what's happening on the map, so you can pick together with your teammates. But that's not the end of the round. A CT from Donut killed 2 Ts, and another CT gets one more near Cheetah. Now Frozen knows the position of both opponents, so he stops walking and runs to B with his teammate. The teammate plants the bomb, and one CT tries to wallbang him, revealing his position. Frozen moves toward cave and hears the CT reloading his M4A1S, so he sneaks behind him. Just then, he hears another CT jumping on mid, so he turns around. At the moment he is turning, he spots second counter-terrorist coming out of double doors. Frozen hits a quick flick and kills him. I've got to admit, that was a smart play. As soon as the CT started shooting, Frozen white picked left and crouched instantly, making the CT miss his first few bullets and forcing him to flick. Then Frozen quickly turned toward heaven and finished the round with his 4 kills. Here's an important tip about flashes on mid. A few rounds later, Frozen throws the same flash, bouncing it off the wall. Then he throws a nade, rushes through the smoke, and instantly gets one-tapped by a 5-7. No time to react. As you can see, sometimes one flash isn't enough. Many cities, especially at higher ranks, run sideways at the start of the round to avoid getting flashed. If Frozen had thrown 2 flashes, that round could have gone completely differently. Let me show you another version of mid flashes that help your teammates. During round 33, Frozen's teammate dies to a CT playing next to the boxes. Frozen reacts instantly. He throws the first flash off the wall and the second one behind him with a right click. Then he runs out, takes position in the elbow corner and kills the CT near the boxes. Next he picks pull and gets another frag. As you can see, the CT was fully blind. The advantage of running out and standing in the elbow corner is that the CT in pull either won't see you at all or will only spot you for a split second, making it a great tactic for separating duels. You don't need complicated flash lineups to help your teammate. In round 7, Frozen kills a CT in elbow. A few seconds earlier, enemy killed a T on ramp, so Frozen's teammate aims here and presses W plus left click. The CT is fully blinded and Frozen easily kills him. Now I will show you how to surprise your enemies. Frozen and his team are on an eco round and stack B. His teammate boosts him in the corner. As you can see, it's a great boost. Only your head is visible. Then the T's throw a smoke on long and Frozen can't see anything. So he jumps down and probably tells his teammate to crouch in another corner. Again, it's a really smart boost. None of the T's will expect anyone there. When you boost on long, remember, an enemy might push through the smoke. That's exactly what happened in this round. Frozen showed great game sense, often checking behind to make sure no one was sneaking through. Thanks to that he got an easy frag. This boost also works perfectly if your teammate saved an M4A1S in the previous round. You can boost him here to surprise the T's. Let's move on to how Frozen uses utility during mid rounds. He and his team push through city toward A side. After clearing a few angles, Frozen pulls out a smoke and bounces it off the right wall. As you can see, the smoke lands perfectly. A CT in Donut can't see anything. This makes it much easier for you to take and clear A side. The advantage of throwing this smoke that way is that you are covered by boxes while doing it, so the enemy can't see you. Also, since Frozen stands close to the wall, a CT near main wouldn't be able to kill him either. It's a small detail, but it can save your life. You've probably been in a situation when you rushed through Donut to A and had to check multiple angles. Here is a super simple lineup. Frozen kills one enemy, then stands in the corner, aims at this spot and left clicks. The smoke lands perfectly on CT. This smoke also works great for fakes. The CT opper immediately hears the smoke pop and rotates off mid towards CT. He stares at the smoke for a bit, then hides in a temple. Let's go back to Frozen's POV. After throwing the smoke, he aims at heaven, expecting a CT to rotate from B. When he doesn't see any reaction, he moves toward red room, from time to time checking heaven. Then he pushes temple and kills the opper. As you can see, the smoke gives you a lot of options. When throwing this smoke, pay attention to one thing. If you aim too far left or right, instead of stone corner, the smoke will land too shallow, and a CT can push through it. That's exactly what happened in another match. The CT threw a flash and ran out, but Frozen killed him easily. That flash wasn't great. Judging by where it landed, it wouldn't blind anyone in Donut, and probably not even someone in main, since it exploded too close to the wall. Also remember, timing matters. If you throw your flash too early, the Tis will hear it pop and expect you. If you have trouble getting onto the A boost, here's a simple way to do it. Instead of climbing the rock from this side and doing an unnecessary strafe, just jump from the right side and line up on the edge of the stone. It looks like Frozen is floating in the air, but he's actually standing on a small pixel. Now just press W, plus Ctrl, plus jump at the same time to get on the wooden sign. Finally do a quick left strafe, and you are on the boost. Since we are already talking about movement, here's another cool trick. If you jump off the wooden platform, you can spot whether a CT is playing close in cheetah. From the enemy's POV, there is only a tiny chance he will react fast enough to hit a flick on you. A few seconds later, Frozen shows a nice wallbang. He aims at this spot and shoots with his deagle. Each bullet deals around 20 HP of damage to the CT. You can use this wallbang whenever you hear a CT running from left to right. Here's another sick wallbang. During round 25, the Tis plant the bomb on B. Frozen spots the enemy hiding on default, starts spraying through the wooden wall, and it takes only one headshot to kill him. The T had 47 HP. Out of curiosity, I tested it. With an M4A1S, it takes only 2 headshots through the wood to kill a T wearing a helmet and 100 HP. Now I will show you a few grenades that Frozen throws. They are easy to remember, but super effective. Perfect for playing Ancient. Let's start with an insta smoke from middle spawn. Frozen aims at this spot, moves to the right until the vertical line of his crosshair lines up with the edge of the wooden planks. Then presses W plus jump throw. The smoke lands perfectly in red room. Here's another insta smoke. Frozen crouches, aims at this spot, and while still crouched, press W plus jump throw. As you can see, the smoke again lands perfectly in red room. If you know that cities often jump onto the mid ledge to check ramp, you can throw this Molotov. Frozen aims here and left clicks while running. As you can see, the molly covers the whole heaven area, leaving the city nowhere to hide. It's also worth noting that Frozen's teammate from elbow threw another Molotov here, so the city had no way to pick ramp unless he used a smoke to extinguish it. A few seconds later, Frozen pulls out a itchy grenade, aims here and left clicks. He throws it at the perfect timing, just as the Molotov on the boxes fades. The city was about to jump to heaven, and that's exactly when the nade lands, dealing 59 HP of damage. Since we are already on mid, let me show you a simple Molotov. Frozen lines up next to the vertical sign, aims here and left clicks. As you can see, the molly covers a large area, leaving the city with only 2 options: fall back to donut or peek into the open on mid. Another advantage is that you throw it from behind the boxes, meaning the city can't see you while you are throwing it. Here's a great Molotov for B-side. Frozen runs through cave, aims here and left clicks while moving. The purpose of this molly is to delay the city's retake. Now let's switch to the city side. If you don't know the insta smoke for elbow, or your teammate was supposed to throw it but missed, here is what you can do. At the start of the round, Frozen throws a molly, and then he and his teammate both throws a cheese. I recommend practicing this Molotov lineup since it can bounce off the ceiling. A few moments later, he throws a flash, then positions himself on the left side of red room. He aims here and left clicks. The smoke lands perfectly in elbow. Click on the video on the screen to see Mones's analysis on Dust 2. Write in the comments which pro player you would like to see next and on which map. See you in the next one. Bye!